People are always asking me, what's the secret, Elon? How do you become a billionaire? How do you build rockets and cars and AI and somehow not go completely insane? And honestly, I wish I had a super complicated formula, like some kind of 27-step plan with equations and a dragon at the end. But no, the truth is, as with most things, way simpler and harder to execute. It doesn't have any flashy formulas or crazy wisdom, and it doesn't even come from someone who is known around the world. The truth comes from the time I was still a kid in South Africa. My mom told me something that at the time felt relatively worthless. She said, live as if you had to sign your name under everything you do, because that signature should be a guarantee of your best effort. But honestly, if I look back on it now, that one line has guided my whole life. Imagine that, something you thought was completely worthless ends up providing you great value for the rest of your entire life. More than any physics textbook, more than any business advice, that single principle shaped how I work, how I build companies, how I think about failure, and why I'm able to keep pushing forward even when things completely fall apart. Most people, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but most people do things just good enough to pass, to get by, to not get yelled at. But imagine this, what if every single thing you did had your name on it forever? The email you send, the design you draw, the code you write, the decision you make at work. Would you still do it the same way, or would you maybe give a little more effort? Once you imagine that signature at the bottom, suddenly you can't hide. If I'm building a rocket and it blows up, my name is literally on the rocket. If I release a car that catches fire, my name is on that too. And if I cut corners, it's my signature under that failure. That changes how you operate. You stop asking, what's the minimum I can get away with, and start asking, what's the best I can possibly do here? I'll give you an example. At Tesla, there was a point where production was so bad, we were close to dying. Like bankruptcy, lights off, sell the office furniture, kind of bad. So I literally slept on the floor of the factory. Not in some fancy office, not in a conference room, on the floor next to the production line. Why? Because my name was on those cars. If they failed, I failed. I couldn't ask employees to give their best effort if I was, chilling at the Four Seasons. I had to sign my name on that effort too. Now, don't get me wrong, I fail a lot. Rockets explode, cars don't work, my tweets, sometimes those should have stayed in drafts. But even then, I can at least say, I signed my name under it. I gave my best effort. And when you fail after giving your best, that's okay. You can learn from that. You can recover from that. What you can't recover from is cutting corners, doing sloppy work, and then having to sign your name under something you're ashamed of. So, if you're listening to this and you actually want a so-called secret to success, then this is it. It's not a formula, and it won't give you anything overnight. But if you stay true to this one axiom for the rest of your life, then it is impossible for you to fail simply based on the limitless human potential we all have. Live as if your name is attached to everything you do. Your name is your brand, your reputation. It's the only thing that follows you everywhere. And when people see your name, they'll know that stands for quality, for effort, for someone who didn't cut corners. If you live like that, opportunities will find you, trust will find you, and eventually, maybe even billions of dollars will find you. But more importantly, you'll be able to look back at your life and actually be proud of it. So, the most important piece of advice I ever got wasn't from a business book or an MBA program or even physics class. It was from my mom. She said, live as if you had to sign your name under everything you do, because that signature should be a guarantee of your best effort. Simple. But if you take it seriously, it changes everything.